I'm here now. Yay.
There you are.
What's up?
Yeah, so the big guy's giving me a little bit of grief here. I said that Cody Rhodes is my friend, and and he said I always said MJF is my friend. But now that MJF is hurt, there's a vacancy for friendship. Now, the big guy's hurt, still in this boot. He's going to be in this boot for at least another month. What do you say to me and you just host this show? We kick him to the side.
Okay. So what's going to happen when when the boot's off? Do we still run the show? Okay.
Well, I would say whenever his boot's off, we should probably just run. Not the show. We should run. If we replace him on the show and he gets that boot off, I think he might be ready to fight.
No. The fighting day is over with him, so he good. We good.
He said recently that he's peaceful now, but not harmless.
There you go. So we got nothing to worry about. So I just say, if you want to do that, we can do that for like another, I guess, 5 shows, 6 at the most. You want to do it? We can do it.
You think we just pop him out?
I mean, if your hand is like more than this soft, just slap him right now. If your hand's more than soft.
Yeah. Well, I got this stick attached to it. I'm just reach it. I'm gonna reach it. Ah, there you go. Got it.
Hey. Yeah. Just think of that as your kendo stick that the Sandman had. There you go. Exactly.
Got it.
Good. There you go.
Stay down. Y'all are really trying to replace me? That's not even replacing me. That's just like putting me out the pasture. You don't even have somebody to plug in. I know people. Who do you know? I get that Joe Monroe guy. You're gonna have two Joes. Wow.
All
right.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that, but okay. Cool.
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting him to go that route either. I mean, he's been on that dude's show one time.
I think he got connections now, so he feel like he's popular. So he got connections, like.
Yeah, now he just thinks he can just go phoning people in. Yeah, we got Joe Monroe show getting called up from Mark the Monster.
If it happens, Mark, I'll be by your side. I'll be there with you if it happens, okay? But I don't think it'll happen.
Okay. Oh, drop that in there. We'll let Joe Monroe know that Mark's willing to replace me with him. Seems wildly unnecessary. But Joe, while you were, I don't know, were you taking a leak? Where'd you go? You can't really ask him that. What, I can't ask him if he's going to the bathroom. No. HR said you can't keep asking people about their bathroom habits. But, well, it's important. Why are his bathroom habits important to you? That's not that his bathroom habits are important. I'm just saying having regular bathroom habits for a man his age is an important thing. He should be regular. Things should be consistent. Should be an even flow of things. Liquid in, liquid out. Things should really be measuring up. He shouldn't be having any difficulties. You definitely should not ask him if he's having difficulties urinating. I don't think you should be saying urinating. What do you want me to say? Tinkle? Yes. I would prefer if you said tinkle. All right, Joe. Everything working out fine if you're tinkling? You can't ask him about his tinkling. That's not.
It's all good, Mark. All good. Good 20 seconds. We good, okay?
Good. But you brought it up. Yeah, but you asked him if it was things were working out fine or he tinkles. That just seems wildly inappropriate. You were the first one to talk about, before I get canceled, I'm out of here. I'll be back later.
See you, Mark.
Don't tell him about your bathroom habits.
It's okay.
I didn't mean to hit a nerve or anything. I didn't think he was going to call HR either. That's just a weird thing. What a weird thing for him to decide to do whenever the reality is, I think you're the HR manager, right?
I should be the HR man.
You got the education.
I do.
I do not.
I just don't got the experience, but I got the education of it. Yeah. Pretty cool.
So what'd you miss while you were in the crapper? Oh. So Mark believes that Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes is title for title?
You'll find out Friday. Title for title. It sounds like it.
So whoever leaves Saudi Arabia is champ? We're going to have a double champ situation? Is that what's going on?
I mean, it sounds like Cody wants to be a Grand Slam champion. He needs the U.S. title.
So it's Cody 2. It's going to be Cody 2 belts then. Is that what you're telling me?
It's possibility, or I'm just going to say somebody going to interfere in that match. I hope somebody interferes in the match.
You don't want it to be Cody 2 belts?
I don't want it to be Cody 2 belts.
Really?
Yeah, because the past month he really ain't been doing nothing but just talking. So what's the point of having 2 belts? He just going to just talk, and then what's going to happen? That undisputed title is going to be like secondary, and then all the main focus is going to be on the U.S. title. Then somebody taking the U.S. title off. It's going to be like Seth Rollins when he had both of the belts, and then bam, somebody like John Cena comes back.
You hoping this thing ends in a DQ, so that way Cody doesn't get the victory over Logan, so Cody's not Cody 2 belts. And this way, I mean, because if he becomes Cody 2 belts, somebody has to beat him for the U.S. title. And if somebody beats him for the U.S. title, then they kind of have claim over the world title. Or what is his belt called? What the hell is that title called?
Undisputed. It's the undisputed title.
That's the undisputed. Okay.
And the WWE,
so if they beat him for the U.S., they kind of get the opportunity to say, "Hey, I should be the undisputed champion because I beat Cody."
No. It was like, I don't remember back when Steph had the WWE title and the U.S. title at the same time. Then it was like, I think it was Night of Champions? Yeah, Night of Champions. He had to fight Sting for the WWE and then Cena for the U.S. And that's when Cena got the U.S. for like the 3rd time, I think it was.
So, how do you end Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes?
Oh, simple. One of the referees.
DQ.
Oh, simple. The one referee sees the brass knuckles he uses, or the new member.
So we're going to the brass knucks?
Yeah.
We're going to have the brass knucks be the answer?
Yeah. That's a new thing. The brass knuckle coming back. Somebody got to use it now. And if it's not that, then you're going to see another member of the bloodline forming. A new
you think
member.
we have Jacob Fatu come in and cost Cody the opportunity to be champ? But I mean, it doesn't seem like the bloodline cares that Cody has the belt. It doesn't seem like they're not really like hung up on that. Where'd that thumbs up come from? What'd you do?
It just
did you see that? What is?
A notification just popped up saying like you have a new reaction. I'm like, okay.
Man, what if this is how we get the Wyndham family? We really thought it was going to be a backlash thing, and it wasn't a backlash thing. So what if we get the Wyndham family in Saudi Arabia, and they come in and they take out Cody? I don't know what the motivation would be for the Wyndham family to take out Cody, or the Wyatt Six. I don't know. What are they going to call it?
It's the Wyatt Six. I know it's the Wyatt Six.
Or the Wyndham Six, whatever it may be.
Or
So,
Uncle Hank.
What if they take out Cody? What if that's our fun game for the summer?
That'd be cool. That'd be great. because right now they really ain't got nothing to do with them.
Right? I mean, we've had the teasers, and I think the QR codes are great. Sam Roberts has really bought into the QR codes. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, he is.
But I don't know, man. Like, I can't think of where you place them. Right? Where do you put them on the card where it's significant? Because if you do anything that's lackluster at all, even remotely, I feel like you're in the dangerous territory, right? Because if you drop the ball on them, it's going to be really, really unfavorable for WWE. We can kick it over to Sam. Let's see what Sam Roberts had to say.
Well, howdy at Backlash. I've got to believe that we're getting something at the King and Queen of the Ring. And if that's May 25th, this could be our fun summer story. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be following these QR codes a lot closer because I have a feeling that we're going to get some big clues as we head into King and Queen of the Ring. But between Penfold getting called out personally, between these letters being deciphered, between XXV popping up, between these numbers going up, I feel like we're ramping up in a huge way. And I think that now is the time to be paying close attention to it. Because if I had to guess, I do think that there's a real good chance that come King, Queen of the Ring pay-per-view, we're going to get Uncle Howdy or Wyatt Six or whatever it is that this Nightbird stuff is.
So I kind of agree with Sam Roberts a lot. I just think that, where does that go? Where does that story go? And I can't think of a better place for it to go than for them to look to take out Cody Rhodes.
That would be great. That'd be
perfect. I don't know if you put Bo Dallas into the main event scene. I don't know about that. But I'm afraid that if you don't do something major, the fans are going to revolt.
I feel like the Wyatt Six, it's going to be hot for maybe about, if it does happen, I say it'd be hot to about Halloween, somewhere around Halloween, because they don't got the main person who ideally was to do it properly, make it feel reaction. They don't got that person.
You think we could tease this all summer?
Yeah. I think it's because, let's just say,
bring it to Halloween?
Let's just say they do. Okay, I'm just saying it could last. If it does come forward, they do it at Saudi Arabia. I'm going to say it can only last to about Halloween because they ain't got Bray Wyatt with the whole story mastermind behind it. It could last a good run, but then it'll just die out because the fans would rather see it a Bray Wyatt mastermind, not a Triple H / Bo Dallas thinking what Bray would do, what Bray would say. They would rather have Bray do it. And then you're going to see it just slowly fade away. But they'll still do the 5-5 with the lights and everything like all the shows. But it's just one of the things that you have to have the original mastermind behind it to make it be good. It's going to be good for like a few months. But then it's just going to die out because you really don't know what to do next.
Yeah, I'm a little fearful that people are going to turn on it quickly because it won't have the same energy that Bray brought. I mean, I feel like fans were souring on Bray Wyatt before he went away last year. I mean, a lot of people didn't like the Pitch Black match. They thought his feud with LA Knight was pointless and out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people really weren't digging the run.
I think a lot of people just want the Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt, not the kind of chill, laid back Bray Wyatt when he came back. Just hey, I took away, I've been gone, I'm back now. They wanted the Firefly, the eater of worlds, Bray Wyatt. They didn't want nah, your average Joe.
Yeah. Where do you think things went off the rails with the Fiend?
Hell in the Cell.
The Seth LSL match? That was
Hell in the Cell.
early, man. Realistically, that was pretty early.
It was early, but then I feel like the Hell in the Cell, it made them good, but then that match itself, it just.
I think they messed up giving him the title. I don't think they should have ever given him the title as the Fiend.
Yeah.
How do you give a monster a title?
It was good though. I ain't gonna lie, it was pretty cool with the Fiend. But he did the Fiend.
Don't get me wrong.
And
I like the whole thing. I like the Firefly Funhouse. I like the Fiend, and generally speaking, the horror type characters don't connect with me. Like it's not. I'm okay with the spooky when it's done okay, but it's not really my. It's not necessarily my jam. But I really like what Bray did. As far as like the cult leader, that's more my style of sinister bad guy of pro wrestling. Not necessarily the horror, spooky mask, that kind of thing. Generally not my vibe.
mm-hmm.
But the Fiend did it right. It was a nice mix of so many things. I just don't think he needed the title. I think the title was a mistake because if you have someone who's indestructible, how does somebody ever take the belt off of it? You have to build someone up to be equally as powerful in some capacity, some way, shape, or form. And even whenever Roman did it, didn't make sense, didn't feel right. And that's why they then kept the tribal chief Roman Reigns as far away from the Fiend as possible, because it would have made sense when the bloodline was super bloodline. Everybody was there, and they could just do what they did to Brock and bury him under stuff, and that could have worked. But out the gate, I mean, who do you put against the Fiend that's believable?
But they ain't set him on fire. If he didn't get set on fire,
that was a misstep.
If they didn't set him on fire, I say. I would say if he didn't get set on fire, they did it right. They could have had a better Taker versus the Fiend at, well, I wouldn't say WrestleMania, but we'll just say Survivor Series. Survivor Series would have been better for it.
I do agree with what Taker said, that it would have been better had Bray Wyatt been the one to beat the streak.
Mm-hmm.
Bray should have been the one to end it, not Brock. It would have meant something had Bray done.
Mm-hmm. But Vinnie Maxey different. Brock.
Yeah. Well, Vinnie Mac's seen a lot of things different. Let's take a shift. Go from the spooky to the technical. Shared a thing for Fight TV earlier today. Who's the greatest technical wrestler of all time, Joe, in your opinion? Let's talk. We got guys like Bret Hart. We got. They failed to mention Bryan Danielson in their post.
Okay.
Trent _hangover got in our comments.
Whoa.
He said, I got Nigel McGuinness and Zack Sabre Jr. should be in the conversation. Clearly, Bret Hart has to be there. They had Will Ospreay. Fight TV had Will Ospreay in their graphic. I don't know if I'd call Will Ospreay a technical wrestler. I think he has technical skills, but I wouldn't call him a technical wrestler, in my opinion. He's not quite a mat technician. He's not really a grappler.
Well, if I had to pick, I'm always the one to take the bullet, so I got to take the bullet. I'm going with Benoit, be the greatest technical wrestler.
You're saying Chris Benoit is the best technical wrestler ever? Putting Benoit over. Really? Over Bryan Danielson. You're going to go Benoit?
Yes.
Really?
Really.
What is it? What puts Benoit head and shoulders above the rest for you?
If you watch all his matches, if you go back and watch all his matches, they were perfect. They were good. He did everything right. He made all the technical moves that some people today couldn't hardly do correct, but he did it so perfectly. He made it.
Yeah.
He made all the matches good, every single one of them.
His
Eddie
chain
Guerrero,
wrestling was always fantastic.
yeah. If you go back and watch him and Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, I can go on with them technical they did in all the matches. They were great. They were perfect.
I mean, Chris Benoit did something that I can't think of anyone else ever doing for me as a fan personally. He had a good match with Kevin Sullivan. I mean, that falls count anywhere at what was that? Starcade 96? Is that 96?
6 or 7.
Falls count anywhere?
Yeah,
it was 90.
6 or 7.
Yeah, I think it was may have been 97. Yeah, that was like his only Kevin Sullivan match that I would say was really damn good. And that was just all Benoit.
Mm-hmm.
Man, for me, I don't. I was a huge Chris Benoit fan. However, man, I don't think he was better than Angle. I can't think of someone as a technical wrestler better than Kurt Angle. It's a hard thought, really. I mean, yeah, Bryan Danielson's great. Zack Sabre Jr. is great. Bret Hart. Much as I have issues with man Bret Hart, as far as being a technical wrestler goes, I mean, Bret's fantastic. But Kurt Angle, different level. TNA Kurt Angle, a whole different thing. Different animal completely. I just don't know, man. I don't know that I think that there was a situation where I think, man, I just don't know. I don't think anyone's better.
It's a hard decision. It's a really hard decision.
Right?
But I can say, Kurt Angle back in TNA, he did good. Ooh, that was good. TNA.
Yeah, Angle in TNA was fantastic. I can't think of anyone from a technical standpoint better than Kurt in TNA. I don't know if anyone has someone better, a match I should watch, please let me know. I can't think of anything where anyone's looking better. So what do you think of WWE this week, Joe? Raw, SmackDown, what things stood out to you?
The one, Ricochet and the Dragon.
So, if I'm not mistaken, Ricochet is the Speed champion.
He's the Speed champion on Twitter, X. Everyone call it.
Have you been keeping up with that? Are you watching that?
No, I ain't watching it. I just wait for the results because I don't know what they do it. I don't know how they do it, but they do it random times, so it's hard to watch it. Like when they do a house show or something. Right now, he's the Speed champion.
I wonder how they're going to treat that. I mean, I've seen the belt and it looked pretty cool.
I'll say they're going to treat it. I think that's going to be like one of the internet belts. Like internet belt. Like you just watch it on the internet. It's going to be one of them. I don't think they're going to bring it to live. They may bring it to live television, but I think Is this gonna be one of the internet matches when they have the house shows? Speed.
That'd be a fun thing for the house show crew.
Yeah. Just like they're doing like some of the King of the Ring, King and Queen doing the house shows.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to do King and Queen of the Ring at house shows. I didn't think that's the route they were going to go.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be strictly a TV deal. But Bobby Lashley's hurt, can't compete in the King of the Ring. I guess Selena Vega is also hurt, can't compete in the Queen of the Ring.
She got replaced with Maxine Dupree.
Yeah, a lot of folks WWE getting hurt. So good thing they got a deep roster. Drew's hurt. Drew McIntyre's hurt. Kind of, I don't know. I'm sure that's mixed up their plans. I don't know who I think is going to win. Who do you have winning King of the Ring?
If I had to pick, I would say the final would be between Randy and Jay. They're my two picks, between Randy and Jay.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's got to be Jey Uso.
And the women's, I don't know who all in the women's match. I can't tell you the truth who all in the women's. I don't know who all in the women's.
I don't know either. Man, what you think of AEW this week? I guess we'll kind of combine AEW and events from New Japan because New Japan Strong had some impact with AEW because now I do believe Eddie Kingston is a man without any titles.
Yeah, he don't. Oh yeah, he lost them. Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name? Gabe Kidd beating for the New Japan Strong. What was it? The New Japan Strong Openweight? Is that what it was that Eddie Kingston had for New Japan?
Let's see.
I think that's what that belt was called.
It was called. I can find it. Let me find it. Oh, since I'm still here on this site. Kingston. Oh, where the hell he at? Damn. Hold on. I can't find the title. Ooh, shoot. Can't find it. I don't know. But yeah, he lost the belt. Try to find it.
Yeah, I feel like that's what it was called. I'm not positive on that, though.
I'm not neither. Hey. Keep starting.
But with Gabe Kidd, taking those titles off of Eddie Kingston, did you hear Gabe Kidd's interview on some LA morning TV show promoting New Japan Wrestling? What he said?
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
I got that for everyone here. We'll key that up here. There we go.
Now, I want to know, you think other wrestling federations are boring?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah, compared to New Japan, definitely. I mean,
So what makes New Japan so exciting?
Listen, I'll put it in very simple terms, yeah. You like theatre, go and watch WWE. If you're a fat nerd who can't talk to girls, go and watch AEW.
Wow!
But if you want to watch the real stuff, New Japan Pro Wrestling, this where it at.
Now,
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that opinion wholeheartedly, but I mean, it's kind of a strong point, I guess.
When you said the fat nerd part, I like, damn. If you watch the crowd, there do be nerves in the crowd.
And he's not. It was wrong to say, but he's kind of correct.
Yeah, he's right though. I can't. That's why I had to go with it. Like it was funny, but he said what a lot of people will say.
I mean, AEW is certainly a promotion for the pro wrestling nerd. It's run by a pro wrestling nerd. The Triple H, don't get twisted though. Hunter's a pro wrestling nerd too. He's just a bit cooler than Tony Khan, I guess. But man, when you talk about nerd things, AEW is putting together great shows week in and week out. I don't know if I necessarily dig the whole Team AEW versus Team Elite situation, but the fact that they're letting that bleed over in New Japan with the Young Bucks and Jack Perry showing up to beat up Eddie Kingston, New Japan Strong show, Gabe Kidd beating Eddie Kingston, taking the title. We have a Bullet Club connection there. Man, if this is a way to bridge a gap between Bullet Club and the Elite finally in AEW, I'm all for it. If we can get that to happen, I'm all for that. I don't know if we can. I don't know if that's going to be the end result of this. I mean, I don't think we're even calling Switchblade and the Guns Bullet Club Gold anymore, are we?
I don't know if they are still called Gold. They are still
They're
called
Bullet Club Gold.
But I think Jay White is doing most of the matches.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying Jay White's really falling from grace in AEW. I don't know if I necessarily feel that way, but
I think they used to him being a single star, not like a trios.
yeah, they need to get him back into the main event picture. He's too talented of a guy to be sitting around in trios matches, in my opinion. Man, AEW had a solid week. What they have set up for this coming week is really good. Have you seen some of the matches for Dynamite for Wednesday?
Oh, yeah.
We got Okada versus Dax. And Dax just came off. He had a really good match with the new Dynamite Kid.
He did.
Did you catch that one last night?
I did catch it. It was good.
That was that. They put that together well. Brian Cage getting an AEW World Championship Eliminator match. I don't know. I never understand what those matches mean. What the hell is a World Title Eliminator match if you're facing the World Champion? How is that not just a title match? I don't get it.
It's their version of a gauntlet match, basically. He's going through a gauntlet to get to the world title. Put it like that.
That's silly. That's just silly. We know Swerve has to face Christian Cage pay-per-view, so we know he's not dropping the strap to Brian Cage on a random episode of Dynamite. So why don't we just not do this?
One thing I noticed, they're making Swerve look soft, getting jumped every week by every single group. Getting jumped and jumped.
Man, I think it's just something to fill the space for him to face Christian and beat Christian and move on to whatever the next, I don't want to say authentic feud because there is a story for him and Christian. It's just that I'm not buying the idea that Christian's going to beat Swerve. Are you? I'm not. Yeah, it just doesn't seem realistic to me. But I do like that Brian Cage is getting the opportunity to shine, and I think him and Swerve are going to put on a great match. I don't know. It's the lead up to the him versus Christian. I don't know that I just don't buy them giving Christian the win, so it's hard to be bought into it.
Yeah.
Then we have Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson versus Kyle Fletcher and Jeff Cobb. I wish they would just give Jeff Cobb an AEW contract. I don't know how they would use him long term, but man, Jeff Cobb is a menace. That dude is so good. He should be on our TV every week.
I don't think they will. Not yet, but I don't think.
Last night we had a UFC event. Derek Lewis winning in the main event, but post-fight press conference, we had a lot of conversation going on about, just TKO as a whole. And Dana White said we could expect to have just full-on TKO weekend. We have Power Slap on Friday, UFC on Saturday, and WWE on Sunday. So WWE Premium Live events going back to Sundays.
I really hope not. I hope not.
You like them better on Saturdays?
They are better on Saturdays. Like, they are really better on Saturdays.
I'm okay with it because it frees up the ability for Collision on Saturdays. Which, I'm just going to say this now, AEW's got to make a decision. Either Dynamite or Collision, one of these shows needs to be a 3-hour show. We need to get rid of the third show. Rampage has been tons of fun for the hour that it is.
Mm-hmm.
Matches have been fun and high-paced, and the idea that it was going to be like the Lucha Libre show was a decent idea. But the weeks where they've combined shows, they put together really good long programs. Like the weeks where they've had Dynamite run right into the other show, whether it be Rampage or Collision, or when they put it up against it because of whatever stupid ball sport is going on, it's been a good program. The weeks where Collision's been longer because it's been Collision and Rampage, those have been good shows. AEW needs to bite the bullet, just run 2 days a week, make one of these shows a 3-hour show, make both of these shows 3-hour shows. I don't care, but we don't need 3 days a week of AEW programming. 2 days a week is good. Give us Wednesday and Saturday. That works.
Yeah, Saturday.
Am I wrong?
I think Saturday was pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. Saturday last night it went over like 5 minutes, then it went to like the next show. It was pretty good.
And it was just all killer. There was no filler. Everything was good. Well, there was a little bit of filler. They talked about Mercedes, and that's just filler because what a godforsaken waste of money. Like,
what? She ain't fighting till what? The pay-per-view. Yeah.
And it's a title shot. First match, a title shot.
Man.
For what reason?
She is the CEO, and she brings in the money.
She ain't going to draw a dime. Not a dime.
Mercedes money, CEO brings in the money. Willow took her out, so she wants her revenge from...
Yeah, that's a story no one even knows. Nobody gives a shit about that story. It's... Nobody cares. Like, I don't know.
I know.
I wish I could say something better, but, touched about it a little bit, but Dana White talking WWE things, letting the cat out of the bag that premium live events may be moving back to Sundays. Derek Lewis, UFC heavyweight, said that he doesn't want to end things in the UFC. He would like to do something in the WWE. We also had Montez Ford this week say that he would like to do something in the UFC.
Yeah.
We came from a time frame where Dana White said there will absolutely, positively be no crossover at all. That he doesn't even think the audience is crossover. To now we're having stars of both things talking about they want to go and do the other thing.
Yeah. That's not bad.
How do you think that plays out?
I would say it plays out. Well, I would say whatever match WWE has, they might throw in like Montez Ford versus an upcomer from UFC. I don't know nobody's name right now, but let's just say that be Montez Ford practice run match trying to go in the UFC. They bring that out and they bring somebody that's up and coming from UFC. First ever match for Montez and whoever. Let it be out.
Montez said he's actually a brown belt, which I didn't know. He said he actually earned his brown belt in the military.
Oh, no idea.
And said he was really close to earning his black belt. So that's I was not aware of that at all. No, that doesn't. Yeah, I don't know really like what that training's necessarily like. If it's just straight up jiu-jitsu, if it's combat style jiu-jitsu. I mean, how often is Montez really getting hit in the face?
Mm-hmm.
Those things are all very different, but I think it'd be interesting. I think it's nothing but a win for WWE the whole way around. You get UFC guys to come over to WWE. That's a huge win for WWE because you pull some fans in and you can create a spectacle. If you get a WWE guy to go into the UFC and not CM Punk and they win, it's a huge win for WWE, right? If your tag champ goes in, beats a middleweight, beats a light heavyweight, wherever they may be, it's an absolute lose for UFC though.
Yeah.
Like they have nothing to gain in that working relationship. Derek Lewis, what's there to gain? Because Derek Lewis, UFC heavyweight, I think 10. I can't remember how many fights he's won in a row, but he's won quite a few. He goes in and does a WWE match. They book him to lose. Now they probably wouldn't, but they can have him lose to someone. How's that benefit him in UFC? If a WWE guy comes to the UFC and knocks out a UFC fighter, how's that help the UFC? And if a UFC fighter beats a WWE guy, how's that help the UFC? It doesn't help.
You get more fans.
I don't think so. I don't think the UFC has to do anything to win WWE fans over. There's people who, I don't know. I think there's a crossover in the audience, but I don't think there's something that's going to happen that's going to cause someone who's only a fan of one of these sports to cross over to the other one because an athlete does that. Did CM Punk bring eyes to the UFC product whenever he fought? Sure did, because people wanted to see what was going to happen. It was a spectacle. A lot of people wanted to see him get his ass kicked, and they got to see it. But I just don't see where UFC benefits from it. I think the other things they're talking about, getting back to touring the country, I think UFC benefits greatly from that, taking the show back on the road and getting out of the apex. But I don't think they benefit from having fighters do WWE and having wrestlers join the UFC. I don't know that they benefit there, but I digress. Anarchy in the Arena's coming up, Joe. You excited for Anarchy in the Arena?
Yeah.
Really?
I ain't seen it in a while. I haven't watched it. I ain't watched it in a while. I ain't gonna lie. So gotta get back into it.
I'm not digging Team Elite versus Team AEW. I don't think the story is there yet to be doing a big blow up Anarchy in the Arena match.
They trying to help each other promotion since what you had a few of the top stars from New Japan leave, so they gotta bring them back somehow.
I guess. Where do you think the state of Judgment Day is, Joe?
Oh Lord!
You had Dom trying to bring Carlito into the Judgment Day.
I think they're slowly breaking up the Judgment Day. They're doing it slowly, so I don't think they're gonna add nobody else to the mix. And I think when Rhea gets back, however long she's out for, she's gonna try to get the group back together, but I don't think it's gonna work out.
Yeah, I think we're in the last days of the Judgment Day. I still think SummerSlam we're gonna get Damian Priest versus Ben. Still think that's the match to make.
I think that's what's gonna be. I'm mad I won't be there, but it's okay.
So then I guess this leads to one very important thing. Who was your wrestler of the week this week, Joe?
Oh, it was Ricochet. They pulled him and Dragon. They pulled off a good match. It was by far, I'll say that was like one of the best matches I've seen this week. And Ricochet and him, they went at it.
Yeah, Rick They've been allowing Ricochet time to put together some great matches, which has been nice. So you got your flippy dude from WWE as your wrestler of the week. My wrestler of the week, not so flippy. Lee Moriarty is my wrestler of the week. His match with Will Ospreay last night, I was impressed, man. Lee Moriarty is a great wrestler. Good old Shane Taylor promotions, but when they announced Lee versus Will Ospreay, I wonder what type of match we're going to get. Are we just going to get Will Ospreay doing a Will Ospreay match? And it's not really what we got last night.
No.
We got to see Lee Moriarty turn that into a ground match. A lot of grappling, a lot of catch wrestling happened. And then you said Will Ospreay being able to hit the Will Ospreay thing. So it was a very, there's a lot of variety in that match I really enjoyed.
It was. I wasn't going to lie. That was pretty good. It was pretty decent.
Yeah. The whole show last night was really good. But that match really, the Will Ospreay match is probably always going to stand out, right? But it didn't stand out because of Will Ospreay. It stood out because of Lee Moriarty.
That's true. But I do got one thing for you.
Yeah.
I do got one thing. Okay, so I know last week I was going to do like a little trivia from the cagematch.com, but it took me a while to figure out how to work this site because it's pretty tricky. But I figured it out.
Yeah, so we got trivia.
I'm only gonna do like 3 questions. three glorious questions.
All right, we got three trivia questions. Illegal brother-in-law Joe trivia. We got.
Hold up. Never mind. 5. Sorry.
5?
5.
Shit.
Yeah, no.
Are these all 5 for me, or is Mark getting in on this? We bringing Mark in for this.
You can bring
Mark. You gotta do some trivia. You doing trivia?
You can bring Mark in on this.
All right.
Because I'm doing 5 because it was kind of hard and it was pretty decent. And some of these.
All right. I'm here. I'm gonna do some trivia, Joe.
All right.
Make these questions easy.
They are easy. Since we talk about matches, we're gonna start with the first one being matches. Now remember, these are all voted by top 100 votes, and these are voted by fans. So, question number 1. What is the number 1 match of all time voted by the fans? And I'm just going to say it right now.
It's probably going to be Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. Great Balls of Fire.
Negative.
That's definitely not it.
I'll give you a better hint. The top 3 matches, which one being the number 1, are held by Kenny Omega. Voted by the fans.
I think your top match of all time, probably voted by fans who will be voting on cagematch.com, but probably be Kenny Omega, Okada, Wrestle Kingdom. I can't remember what Wrestle Kingdom number it is, but it'd probably be the Wrestle Kingdom from 2018. I don't remember what Wrestle Kingdom number that was. Was it 11? That wasn't 11, was it?
Damn. It was 17, but it was 11. But I was gonna tell you who it was, but hey, and that Okada is one of them.
How did you remember that? It happened to be just too sweet.
But that is one of them, Okada. That was wrestling. It was Wrestle Kingdom number. It was Wrestle Kingdom number 11. Just so you know. And
he got the Wrestle Kingdom correct. He got the people in the match correct. Just off by the year.
Just off by the year.
That's not bad.
But
That's impressive.
okay. And the final two are both against Will Ospreay with the Forbidden Door and Wrestle Kingdom 17. So, which one do you think it is?
I think it's got to be Okada. It's got to be Kenny Okada. As much as I like the Will Ospreay matches, the Kenny Okada match, I mean, just a lot of significance in that match. Right at the perfect time, the height of New Japan, height of Bullet Club. It was perfectly timed out. Match told a hell of a story. Yeah, it's got to be the Okada match.
Okay.
Got to be.
All right. Kenny Omega and Okada got a rating of 98.1, 9.81.
That's pretty good.
But remember, the fans voted.
All right, well,
Actually, the second match, the second best match.
what?
The fans voted. I'm just going by the votes. The rating got at 9.81, which I wouldn't by that. But with a 9.77, with 1,198 votes, Omega Offspring Kingdom 17.
Huh. That was a good match, man. For me personally, it's not better than Omega Okada. I don't know. For me personally, it's not better than Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns at Great Balls of Fire. What is with you in that match? I don't know why.
What is with you in that
It's
match?
a clinic. That match is amazing.
Okay.
Why does he? I don't know why he likes that match.
I don't neither. Okay. Now, here we are at number 2 with the top votes. As of what is the number that voted by the fans? The event of the year, voted by the fans. Now they got them in order. Is it AEW 2011, 2020, 2021, All Out? WrestleMania 40 Saturday or WrestleMania 40 Sunday?
Man, it's probably WrestleMania Saturday.
It is WrestleMania Saturday.
Yeah. You had the Rock involved. Fans are definitely going to vote that one up. And John Cena was there. That's true. John Cena was there.
John Cena was there. Okay. John Cena was there. Okay. No, wait. I saw a good one today. It had me going. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, nah. Okay. As of right now, in the top one, oh nah, that's too easy. Sorry, that's too easy.
Joe, I like easy questions.
I know, but it was just been too easy. It was just been too easy. Okay. Here we go. As of right now, the top 100 TV show viewings of all time. All right. You got New Japan, 6.9. Okada Joe Hall episode. You got AEW Celebration of Brody Lee.
Oh,
WWE.
Hey, Joe. Joe from the Joe Monroe Show is here.
Oh.
You want to? Hey, get out of here, Jeremy. Get out of the way.
Okay.
So,
okay, I'm out there.
Hey, Joe Monroe. While I got you here, and I smacked the big guy Jeremy out of the way. If his foot doesn't heal up and he doesn't get out of this boot, me and Joe, we're gonna take him out back, and we may have to replace him. We're gonna put him out to pasture like a racehorse, like what is that? You're from Kentucky, so you know about the Kentucky Derby, whereas some people call it Amish NASCAR. Yeah, we may have to take him out back like a racehorse. No one's taking me out back like a race. We might have to. We're gonna listen. He's still hurt. He's not.
He want to do 2 episodes. He just want to do 2 episodes. That's it. 2 episodes. 2 episodes
Just,
max. That's it. Two.
Look, and Joe's celebrating. He's got balloons. I want to be on more shows. I'm the star here. No one's putting me out to pasture. The boot will be off in like a month. It's fine. We don't got to replace me. You're just trying to hold out because you want a bigger paycheck. No one gets paid. What do you? You just Joe Monroe. We appreciate you. We do. You're a great friend of the show. But Mark doesn't call all the shots. He doesn't get to replace. I'm the star of the show. I am the star. You know, Joe, we're going to take him out. What is going on here? Did you put him up to this? Is this your doing?
I'm just reading the website. That's what I'm doing. All
right. Joe Monroe, thank you. If you want to hop in, Joe's reading all some trivia questions. We're on question. What number are we on? We're 3 or 4?
Three.
Question 3. We got a couple more questions left. Wrapping up the week in wrestling. What do you got next for us, Joe?
Hit question 3. Where we at?
Hey, Joe Monroe. Let me ask you, how do you feel about the Braun Strowman Roman Reigns match from Great Balls of Fire? I think that's the best match I've ever seen. That match wasn't good, man. Like that match is better than Macho Man versus Ricky Steamboat at WrestleMania 3. That is not my opinion. That's Mark's opinion completely, and I think he's been hitting the coffee a little hard.
All right. Terrible. Okay, there we go. Okay, remember now. Okay, here we go. Question 3. All right. Question 3. The number 1 show rating watch. So bam. So here we go. Question number 3.
All right, here we go.
Voted by you, the fans on cagematch.com. Whatever it's called. Yeah. The top most watched TV show of all time, was it the New Japan Domination 6.9, AEW celebrates Brody Lee, or Monday Night Raw Eddie Guerrero tribute?
Oh man, that had to be Eddie Guerrero tribute. Had to be.
No, they picked Brody Lee.
I'm all right with that.
Brody Lee.
Seems unlikely, but I mean, all right, if they voted.
Hey, I'll make the merry, man. Okay. All right, here we go. And the overall, here we go. So, this for you, Mark. Just for you.
All right, just for me?
For you.
All right, I got it.
On
it's on me.
Cage Match. Who is the top number 1 wrestler of all time voted by the fans? You got A, CM Punk, B, John Cena, or C, The Undertaker?
That's my friend John Cena. No doubt about it.
You sure John Cena?
Got to be John Cena.
All right. John Cena's number 2, homie.
I'm good. Taker? Probably Taker, right?
Yeah, Taker's number 1.
Fans voting, got to be Taker.
Yeah. All right. Now, this one I found kind of funny, but it's it's a funny one. So, last one. It voted by the fans. Promo. The best promo of all time. Is it
best promo of all time?
Voted by the fans.
Hold on, before you even give me those, can I throw one out there for us?
Go ahead, throw one out there.
I happen to, oddly enough, I have it right here. Bret Hart in the wheelchair with Shawn Michaels.
Nah,
Get his ass
it's not top
out
10.
here. Shawn Michaels, the boy toy. You know, there was a time when I just couldn't stand you. Now when I look at you, I realize that I hate your guts. Instead of facing me like a man, instead you were too busy posing for girly magazines, dancing around, kissing all the girls, shaking your ass, and making yourself a horse's ass. Talk about family values. You'd like to hit me with you. I want that gutless little poser.
I don't know. I like that one.
That was a good one.
That was a good one, right? Okay, what are the options? What do the cage match fans have queued up as their top 3 promos of all time?
All right.
I'm sure the pipe bomb is there.
I can tell you this right now. The pipe bomb came in at number 8.
Really?
I'm looking at it right now. Pipe bomb, CM Punk, number 8.
That's crazy. I would have thought that would have been higher.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this right now.
I like that promo whenever Braun Strowman flipped over that semi-truck.
Oh Lord.
I don't think that counts as a promo, man. I'm not finished with you.
Well,
Flipped it right over.
I'm just gonna say this. Jeremy might remember this more than you, Mark. The number 1.
Okay, lay it on us, Joe. What do we got? A number 1
right.
promo of all time, man. It's got to be Austin 316. Got it.
All right. So, A. All time voted by the fans at cagematch.com. Oh, that whatever it's called. Is it A. Eddie Kingston? I'm Eddie Kingston, and I will be the grand champion. Is it B. Dewey Foley is the 3-year-old boy, you sick son of a bitch? Or you're a disgusting disgrace to professional wrestling, Tommy Dreamer by Cactus Jack. Yes, both was by Cactus Jack. Sorry, last 2 were by Cactus Jack.
And it probably got to be Dewey Foley. I mean, that was the catalyst for Mick not wanting to be hardcore. It was almost the swan song of Foley and ECW. Really became part of the storytelling of Mick Foley in promos, which later became the Foley JR promos, which was honestly some of Mick's finest work.
See, I knew you remember that. All right.
I mean,
but
those Mankind JR promos are etched in my brain.
Well, I just want you to know.
Who the hell is Dewey Foley?
You don't want to know.
It's a long story, man.
It's a long story. No, you don't want to know. But let me just tell you this right now. Dewey Foley is actually tied. It's a tie. With a ratings of 9.92 with Eddie Kingston's. The number 1 with a 9.93 is your disgrace to professional wrestling, Tommy.
Huh.
I'll make the votes.
That's surprising votes right there.
I'm just looking at the system, how they got it. They got the ratings at 9.93 for it, but it's number 1 at ECW.
Joe, I'm gonna be honest with you. Just me and you right now.
Okay.
Get the big guy out of here. All right. It's just me, Mark. I can't speak for everybody that don't say the F word. I think the fans voting on cagematch.com. Well, Joe, I don't think they're very smart. Braun Strowman wasn't in any of those. Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns, Great Balls of Fire. That match wasn't selected for any of the top matches.
I'll tell you what.
They clearly
this for you,
really don't know pro wrestling.
All right, let's find it.
No, don't hit the laugh track. That wasn't a joke. Go out there and you watch that match. Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. Great balls of fire. Greatest match of all time.
All time.
Here we go. Finally, some respect from the studio audience.
All right. Yeah, I'm very sorry for you, Mark.
Why does he like that match so much?
Oh. I can tell you this right now. I found your boy Braun Strowman.
Oh, is it that time he flipped over that ambulance?
It's even better. Guess what?
Is it the time he played that big cello?
No.
I remember him playing the cello.
Well, I tell you this. The fastest match I found them on, Braun Strowman versus Tyson Fury, came in at number 29 in the top 50 flop matches. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll go back to my original statement. CageMatch.com fans don't understand pro wrestling. Alrighty. With that, Joe, you got any predictions for the week ahead?
Nope, I don't.
That makes two of us. We are at a point where they're building those storylines, leading us to King and Queen of the Ring. I have no clue where that's going. Everyone involved in that tournament's been getting injured. So I think it's still going to be Jey Uso who wins that thing, but shit, who knows?
Yeah, I really can't tell you.
With that, everyone, thank you for checking us out live right here on Instagram. Big shout out to Joe Monroe from the Joe Monroe Show stopping by because Mark's trying to apparently have me assassinated. It's how this sounds. And
Mark just want to take over for like 2 episodes, and you just be on the sideline. That's all.
just wants me to rest up so my foot can heal. That doesn't seem like Mark, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for checking us out. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow. Find us on Instagram, where we share everything live every Sunday. Check us out throughout the week. We'll share all kinds of, stuff. And that's it. Joe, you got any good words for them?
Happy Mother's Day to every mother that's watching this show.
A happy Mother's Day to Joe's sister, my lovely wife, who hasn't smothered me in my sleep yet, which, is a great thing. And, it's commendable. And she's, raised our daughter to be such a great person, takes care of all of our fur kids. She's amazing. I don't know how you turned out like you did, Joe, but hey, my wife's amazing. So that's awesome. Awesome for me. Joe, you go, you make your smoothie. I'm going to call it night. Time to go play some video games.
All right.
Everyone, watch Raw tomorrow night. We'll be talking about throughout the week. We'll be back on Sunday. We're out.
See ya.